According to a recent study, it has been found that the European predecessors of our civilization consumed both seaweed and freshwater plants as a part of their regular diet. Seaweed has garnered a reputation as a superfood among many individuals, applauded for its sustainability and potential health advantages. However, it appears that our European predecessors were already aware of the plant's nutritious properties and had been consuming it for several millennia. According to researchers, conclusive archaeological proof has been discovered that indicates the consumption of seaweed and neighboring freshwater plants during the Mesolithic period, and the transition from the Neolithic era into the early Middle Ages. This implies that these resources, which are not commonly consumed in Europe today, only recently became marginalized. According to a study published in Nature Communications, it was found that though aquatic resources were utilized, there is scarce evidence of seaweed being consumed. The archaeological evidence for seaweed is seldom recorded and is almost always viewed in the context of non-edible purposes such as fuel, food packaging, or fertilizers. According to historical records, laws regarding the gathering of seaweed were present in Iceland, Brittany, and Ireland as early as the 10th century. Additionally, sea kale was noted by Pliny as a means for sailors to prevent scurvy while at sea. During the 18th century, seaweed was regarded as a last resort for sustenance during famine. While seaweed and freshwater plants are still crucial to the economy and health of many Asian regions, their nutritional and medicinal benefits are largely overlooked in Europe, resulting in low consumption rates. A group of archaeologists, spearheaded by researchers from the universities of Glasgow and York, conducted an in-depth study of biomarkers present in dental calculus extracted from 74 individuals belonging to 28 different archaeological sites across Europe. This comprehensive analysis, spanning from northern Scotland to southern Spain, yielded conclusive proof of the prevalent consumption of aquatic plants, seaweed, and submerged freshwater flora. Through the use of biomolecular evidence, it was discovered that the individuals whose samples were analyzed consumed a variety of aquatic plants. Red, green, or brown seaweeds were among the plants consumed, as well as freshwater aquatic plants. In one particular sample obtained from Orkney, there was also evidence of brassica consumption, most likely sea kale. Although the world is home to around 10,000 distinct types of seaweed, only a small fraction of them, 145 to be exact, are consumed as food today. These edible varieties are predominantly consumed in Asian countries. The researchers aim to bring attention to the possibility of incorporating a wider range of seaweeds and freshwater plants in our daily diets. By doing so, Europeans can improve their health and sustainability practices according to their study. According to Karen Hardy, a prehistoric archaeology professor at the University of Glasgow and the lead researcher of the Powerful Plants Initiative, seaweed and freshwater aquatic plants are notably absent from the typical diets of Western societies today. This marginalization of these plants, which over time shifted from being primary food sources to being utilized as emergency rations and animal feed, likely occurred gradually over an extended period. This decline of these plants' significance as a food source has been observed in other regions as well. The study we conducted emphasizes the possibility of rediscovering alternative, locally sourced, sustainable food resources. These resources have the potential to address the harmful environmental and health consequences caused by an excessive reliance on a limited number of mass-produced agricultural products. This phenomenon is a primary characteristic of the Western diet and is also prevalent in the global long-distance food supply. The ability to provide conclusive evidence that seaweed and other indigenous freshwater plants were consumed during a lengthy period in European history is an incredibly thrilling discovery. The Department of Archaeology at the University of York's co-author of the paper, Dr. Stephen Buckley, stated that the evidence found in this study on biomolecules is over 3,000 years older than what is documented in the historical records of the Far East. The recently discovered evidence not only indicates that seaweed was a part of the Mesolithic period European diet 8,000 years ago, during a time when marine resources were commonly utilized, but it also continued into the Neolithic era. This is significant as it goes against the assumption that the introduction of agriculture led to the abandonment of marine dietary resources. It can be inferred that ancient societies had a comprehensive understanding of the advantageous effects of seaweed as a dietary element. This is indicated by the fact that they continued to consume it as a staple, thus preserving their connection with the sea. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.